Let's start by taking in a deep breath and release it. Hi, everyone. Right now, what I'd like you to do is tune into your intuition. Hi, Cancer, and welcome to your June 2021 general guidance reading. My name is Gemstone, and I will be doing your reading for you. I had a moment where I'm like, should I show you the cards? Should the cards be facing me? Should they be facing you? I'm gonna have the cards face me, and then I'll show them to you when I speak about them. But just so that you can see what we have going on the table with this lovely deck, it's called the Muse Tarot for anybody interested. That's my water break. And it's interesting that it goes off in your reading. I have a water break, a water break alarm, and it's for me to drink some water. So if you're watching this, maybe you should drink some water too if you haven't. All right, so, and the reason why it's funny is Cancer is a water sign. So let me tell you what we have on the table. We have the World Cosmos, which is this deck's version of the world. We have the Two of Material, which is this deck's version of the Two of Pentacles. We have the Eight of Inspiration, which is this deck's version of the Eight of Wands. And then we have the Page of Material, which is this deck's version of the Page of Pentacles. And then here with this cut deck, which is so interesting, in terms of it just being cut, it's like this is what took place within it. We have the Seven of Voices, which is this deck's version of the Seven of Swords. Such a striking card. Temperance. Such a striking card. Sag energy. So striking. And it's like, I get more Jupiter vibes with this. I get Jupiter expansive vibes. Ooh. And then look, it has the moon phases going on here. And I'm recording this on June 11th. This will be posted tomorrow, actually it might be posted today, but it realistically might be posted tomorrow, June 12th. Yesterday, June 10th, was a solar eclipse, a new moon solar eclipse in the sign Gemini. So that's very interesting that card really spoke to me. Yeah, there's a lot happening with these cards. They're beautiful. This is my first reading on camera with them. All right, and then we have actually my first reading in general for anyone besides me getting to know them. So this is going to be fun. A lot of imagery. And then we have the Ace of Inspiration. So that's the Ace of Wands here. Let's get into your reading. The vibe that I'm getting, and I have this inclination to tell you, so this is for you right now. If this is resonating with you, this reading is for you. That's just that. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. The vibe that I'm getting is that movement. There's this need for movement. I'm getting that with the Eight of Inspiration here. The Eight of Inspiration as well as the Ace of Inspiration. And then I'm also feeling that with the World. So the vibe that I'm receiving right now is that an ending is taking place. There's a cycle that's ending, and cycles to a Cancer. This is an area of life that you're very familiar with in terms of your an emotional cycle. Like your emotional cycles, you experience quite rapidly in comparison to others, or you're more in tune with them for those Cancers that are in alignment with themselves and their emotions. So I'm getting that there is a cycle that's ending, but at the same time, while you feel this ending, there's a sense of you holding on to the most dense part of the cycle. So I feel, okay, here, I'm feeling like this is happening on a more, I want to use the word ethereal, but I feel the need to explain that. So more spiritually, like spirit as in the matter is hard to hold in your hands. It's happening more in the essence of your existence versus in your physical reality, although it is slowly creeping into your physical reality. For those that are familiar with the idea or the concept, let's call it a concept, that when your body hurts, that is the last place that that injury existed. So it existed first spiritually, let's say, and it has moved from a very energetic basis to a very physical basis to get your attention. So when, let's say, you have knee pain, that is an indication of a wound that has been there for some time. If you're feeling it in your physical reality, it shows that it has been there for some time. Similar to the idea of stars that we see are actually not there. It gives the backwards version, like the backwards effect of that. We're seeing stars that no longer exist, and we are feeling pain of an issue that has long existed. Please let me know if that resonates. So here with the world, I feel like this change is happening on an essence basis, like on a cellular level, let's say, like on a very microscopic, thin photon level, on your quantum energy, quantum material. It's happening so small. I'm having a deja vu. It's happening on such a small level that it's very hard to feel like you're in control. And I feel like that is something that you're recognizing, that control is not something that you ever had. And the control that, or let's say the control that you thought you had it was never something that you had. Someone's cutting a tree down or something. I apologize if you hear that. Maybe I should close my window. So I feel that you are experiencing the recognition, the awareness that you never had control, and that aspects of you are transforming, and it's kind of scary. And the reason why I say that is because of the Two of Pentacles here. I feel like you're holding onto anything, and the anything is more materialistic. So I say materialistic as in like literally something you can hold, three-dimensional relationships, as in you not necessarily holding on to the emotional state that you have when you're with a person, but literally the person. You're holding on to them for some form of security. I feel that the reason why you're grasping at either your job, a physical person versus how they make you feel, which gives me the energy of that relationship is toxic to begin with. You're holding on to them as an individual. You're holding on to particular items, like the feeling of sentimental stuff is because that's the only space that you feel like you have control at this time. Now with the Eight of Inspiration, it gives more energy of that movement. And it feels like it's happening, and it's moving you into a new place where you're not going to be very familiar. So I get that. I get the idea, I keep using this word idea. I get the feeling of even a physical move, from work, a move from your home, which to a Cancer, moving your home, that it sounds like that could be a challenging time just to adjust. But I feel the sense of you moving from a space of comfort to you moving into a space of not so much that. A new space with the Page of Material. Oh, sorry. A new space with the Page of Material. I feel like you're going to become a novice. You're no longer going to be an expert, and you're going to have to learn the ropes of whatever you're getting yourself into, because here with the Ace of Wands or inspiration, there's a fresh new start happening, and beneath that, more wands. Yeah, we have the Knight of Inspiration. So there's this movement that I feel is going to happen, and maybe you feel restless within yourself while you try to hold on to things. This is how you are trying to remedy the situation, by holding on to things as a way to ground yourself. But what it's really doing is it's prolonging the inevitable. You know, it's you can't fight fate. So this change is going to happen. This change is going to happen, and whatever it's separating you from, now would be an excellent time to evaluate it. To evaluate the body that you're holding onto, like to evaluate that person in terms of the relationship that you have, and see if that relationship, the actual relationship versus the idea of the person or their physical body being with you that you can hold and hug and sleep with, evaluate if that is actually good for you. Because I feel like where you're headed is somewhere positive, or everything is positive and negative, but I feel like where you're headed, I feel like it's going to surprise you. I feel like it's going to surprise you. Now with the 7 of Swords, the 7 of Voices, that's interesting. That's interesting. And it's so interesting too that they have this fox. So I'm getting, it deepens. I'm getting that something was exposed. And speaking of the eclipse, maybe this happened during this time where during like around this very time, this moment here, a few days before or after this, some truth has been unearthed. Something within you has been opened, or something outside of you was exposed, and now you're unable to go back to what it was that you were doing before. But there's an aspect of you that really wants that. Like you really want to go back, but it's just not gonna happen, because the truth is. Now this card is speaking to me. And then look at this, like the 10 of inspiration. There's inspiration everywhere. There are wands everywhere. Inspiration everywhere, Cancer. That's so powerful. There's inspiration everywhere. I'm getting the vibe that you're scared of the happy, like you're scared to be happy. You're scared of this new change. Like you're scared of this expansion. You're scared of this. And the reason why I'm holding this card and saying expansion is because this Temperance card is the representation of, in the tarot, of Jupiter energy, but I mean, not Jupiter, you see, it's the representation of Sagittarius energy, but I'm feeling more Jupiter energy here. I'm feeling Jupiter expansive, like expansive, not so much the karma, not so much like the Wheel of Fortune energy that is the physical representation of Jupiter in the tarot. I'm feeling like the expansive, wide vibes, like your horizons are being opened, you're expanding, and that is a terrifying experience. I understand it can be, let me say, it can be a terrifying experience to be opened, like opened. I'm gonna go with the vibe. I just felt the vibe to use this tarot, this oracle deck, first to show you the card that came to mind when I said opened. Okay. Put that aside. Oh no. Yeah, put that aside. The cards that I'm putting aside were right side, like they were the opposite way, and I don't shuffle these cards upside down. Although clearly things happen, so I feel like that's a message to you. But the specific card that I wanted to, and there's another one, cancel. Wait, okay. This is the card. So this is the Work Your Light Oracle deck by Rachel Campbell. I didn't say who this, I never really say who these decks are from, but maybe I should start. This is Chris Ann's deck, the Muse Tarot. Okay, so this is the card that I was mentally imagining when I said opened. It just came to, oh my goodness, and then look at all the roses. Cancer, I'm happy for you, although I feel the angst. Like I feel the fear. While I feel it, I feel the fear. While I feel that fear, I also feel happiness for you. And the fear that I'm feeling is more your fear versus my fear for you. I don't feel fearful for you. Everything that's happening is meant to happen, and I really do think that it's gonna go away, that you're, but I feel, hear me out. I feel deep down, you know that things are going to be great, and that's why you're scared. I feel that because you're so used to things being shitty and awful. I feel that you experiencing something good is scary because you feel like, how long is it going to last? Am I going to lose it? Do I deserve it? I feel those feelings towards this upgrade that's taking place. Like you're ascending. There's some form of an ascension. And I feel like that word is used a lot, but there's some form of a leveling up, like an expansion and a leveling up. Like with the expansion, you're like expanding in all areas. So anyway, the card. It says, the ever unfolding rose, cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. There's the title for this video. It's happening for you, not to you. That's what I feel. That is what I feel. So the cards that were in the opposite way all have this light energy, but let's read them. So we have the Council of Light. And it says, divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realms. So what I get from this, again, you can't fight fate. And I do feel a sense of protection with this. It's mainly, you can't fight fate. You can't fight fate, and it gives me more of that ascension vibe. Then we have answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? I feel as though you know where you are is not where you want to be. You're just there because it's comfortable. And getting out of that state of comfort and complacency, or recognizing the difference between comfort and complacency, or seeing if there is a difference, may be challenging for you at this time, because being comfortable is what you strive for. But I feel the sense of when you are comfortable, you're not satisfied though. So maybe that's something to consider. The last card is this one. It says the Age of Light. You've been training lifetimes for this, which gives the energy of reincarnation. All in all, Cancer, what's happening to you is meant to be happening, and it's happening for you, not to you. Accepting the fact that change is inevitable, and that you are going to change, and that you are currently changing, may provide you with some form of the opposite of gaslighting, just to give yourself, like, I guess, comfort in the fact that what is happening to you, what you can feel is actually happening, and for you to step into that, like, lean into it, lean into the change, lean into the world energy, the release of old structures, lean into that, and away from trying to hold on to those old structures that you once complained about that are falling away. Listen to the messages that you feel are messages, as opposed to looking it up on Google and seeing what 1111 means. Like, listen to what you feel it means, and just go off of what you feel. That's what I feel for you. Anyway, Cancer, I'm going to leave your reading here. This was your June 2021 general guidance reading. If you liked it, please like this video. If you like this type of content, please subscribe to the channel and tell me how you're doing, okay? Please tell me how you're doing. Comment down below how this is resonating with you. Let us know. We want to know. All right, Cancer? I'll see you in your next video. Toodaloo. Toodles.